On the 5th of June 2008, after much preparation, the Mercury Movie Makers began to shoot the first scene of their latest club production, The Relaxing Weekend. But before they could actually make the film, they had a lot to organise.
Many meetings.
Oh, many meetings. Pre-production meetings, deciding where we were going to film, locations,
props,
actors.
With most of the production problems solved, they finally were able to begin filming.
Now look here, Fred, I'm doing this for your own good. I'm worried about your health.
Of course, not everything went as planned.
So how's it going so far, the production?
A bit slow.
A bit slow, is it?
Can't get the sound to work.
Sometimes
Oh.
it's a bit temperamental.
It's all happening.
Needs a clout. If in doubt, give it a clout.
After all the production problems had been solved, after all the equipment had been checked out and most of the actors had learned their lines, they began.
And roll camera.
Rolling.
And mark it. Scene 1, take 5. Action.
You had the number of the hotel. Any problems, I want to hear about them. In fact, you can ring me this afternoon to let me know.
Why are you having on the phone? Cut! Why won't you let me on the phone, Fred?
Jill, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you? This is the second video production that you've been involved with, isn't it?
It is the second time we've met, yes.
With Mercury Movie Makers.
It is.
Are you looking forward to this one?
Oh yes, I am. I so enjoyed the last one.
And I'm quite enjoying it, actually.
It's good fun, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Except I'm a bit bored and I want to go home now.
Well, what part are you playing in this one?
I'm playing Mrs. Maidit, the businessman's wife.
I'm actually Mr. Maidit.
Right.
And he's a gentleman, very much like myself.
Right.
He's a boss of a firm.
Right,
And he
okay.
doesn't like leaving his firm.
Right.
We're off for a weekend away, the first one we've ever had.
Right.
That she's managed to persuade him to do.
And I don't want to go.
Ah.
And he goes to this hotel in a taxi, driven by a taxi driver who looks remarkably like the manager of the hotel, the waiter in the hotel, the barman, the bellboy, and the ultimate policeman who appears. And the point being that Martin plays the role of this lookalike chap, always keeps appearing in the film. Because the theme of the film is he's always in the way. Is that
As
sort
you
of
will
title?
see,
Very complicated.
it will unravel as the
You'll have
film
to
goes
see
on.
the film.
A major setting of the short film is the bar, restaurant and reception areas, all of which were filmed at the club. The first of these scenes filmed here is the reception area of the hotel. The footage shot here would be later edited into the footage of the hotel room shot in a real hotel in Rawdon. Another one of these scenes involved all the other members of the group acting as dining guests. The filmmakers are also experimenting with green screen technology in order to create a scene where 4 characters played by the same person appear on screen at the same time. This is done by filming the character on a green screen. The footage is then imported into a computer and visual effects software is used to remove the green and replace it with any video or photograph that the director wants. Here is a short test I created of this effect. After all footage that is needed is filmed, this is then edited and finally presented for the rest of the group to see. Later, the filmmakers want to enter the finished film into many different competitions and hopefully win some awards.
So, what do you think, as you worked together before, what do you think is the best part of making a film, and what are you most looking forward to with this film?
Seeing the end result.
Yeah, definitely.
I think seeing what
Yeah.
we've got in our heads
That's
actually
right.
on screen.
Yeah.
And
The
just how we
magic
wanted
of
it.
Yeah, the magic of it is doing all this location filming, and it's all very ad hoc, hit and miss,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
But when it all comes together in the editing studio, you have this absolute magic. It turns into a, we hope,
Yeah.
reasonable story.
Yeah.
And of course it's a comedy, so we're hoping to make people laugh.
Turns out like the last one, we'll be happy.
I think we'll be very happy. We hope the audience is as happy.
When the
as-
film is finally completed and shown at the different competitions, it is then placed in the archive and production will begin on the next film. This making of documentary has been an interesting behind the scenes look at how these long-time filmmakers produce a film. Hopefully this will inspire other members into creating their own projects that will be bigger and better, though the number one thing to remember is that you should always have fun. An example of this is the many hours of material cut out of this short documentary, of which we hope to show you a few minutes of in the closing credits. Enjoy!
Scene 1, take 573. So Peter, your role in this film is probably the most important one so far, isn't it?
Indubitably.
And that's a word I often struggle with.
Is it?
That word, intransigent,
Intransigent.
forbearance.
Forbearance. Oh, I like that.
You like forbearance?
Oh,
That's a good word.
Scared me to death.
Are you actually doing anything in the film, Dudley?
Which film?
What film?
Yeah. Can you put that llama away?
I'm sorry about that, yes.
Have you fed him?
Hey,
Did you feed him?
feed no. Just put your cap on there, see if it fits.
He might be hungry.
Oh, it could be, that could be.
This man
Yes.
drowned in the river in France.
Oh, yeah.
He was declared insane.
Oh, God, better. Well, they say the old ones are the best. Thank you, Dudley. And what do you think of it so far, this play that we're doing?
I think it could be good.
So you're actually telling me then that all this means something to somebody then?
Just to somebody else. It
Right.
doesn't mean a great deal to me.
Well, it means nothing to me either.
I was going to say, it appears to mean nothing to you also.
No.